Kia ora koutou, ko Philippa Jamieson tōku ikua, no poti poti aho, Dunedin. I'm a writer, editor, home gardener, organic advocate and celebrant, and I've been discussing, researching, writing, editing and publishing articles about GE for about 25 years. I'm completely opposed to the bill and I urge the committee to reject it. Keep the Has No Act, it's robust and precautionary, has stood us in good stead to avoid the adverse effects that we've seen overseas. However, if the bill does progress in any form, here are just some of my recommendations. 1. The precautionary principle must be included. 2. The purpose of the legislation must include prevention of adverse effects, not just management of them. 3. Require the regulator to consider the effects of gene technologies used in combination with other novel technologies, including AI, nanotechnology, synthetic biology, and other potential future technologies. It's vital we act with caution and consider the potential combined effects of these. 4. Create a community ethics committee and require the regulator to consider ethics. 5. The bill sidelines Māori. It needs to recognise not just Māori relationships with native taonga species, but with all of the natural world. Strengthen the power of the Māori Advisory Group to at least have the power of veto, and include provisions in the from the submissions and feedback of Māori such as Te Waka Kaiora, National Māori Organics Authority, and Ngā Toki Whakarururanga. They've both submitted. 6. The risk tiers in the bill are not risk proportionate. Remove the exempt and non-notified risk tiers. Otherwise, we could have biohackers using CRISPR in the garage next door to you, microorganisms being released with who knows what effects, or the school science class could be experimenting. Airborne GE pesticides or supermarket produce sprays would be invisible. People wouldn't have the choice to avoid them. Because of the known and unknown risks, all processes and products using genetic engineering must be registered and regulated. That's probably my most number one point. This includes gene editing and gene silencing techniques and products thereof. All gene editing has off-target and unintended effects. They must only be used in certified containment facilities. This includes the disposal of waste products or unsuccessful experiments. 7. Include liability provisions that ensure the users of GE are financially liable for any adverse effects arising from their use of gene technologies. 8. Delete parts of the bill that take away local government's right and ability to determine GE policies for their territories. 9. Remove parts of the bill that would allow the regulator to approve a GE process or product that has been approved in 2 or more countries overseas. New Zealand legislation needs to take into account Te Tiriti o Waitangi, our unique environment, biosecurity, culture, clean green image, and high dependence on primary production. 10. The Technical Advisory Group. Participants must be independent and multidisciplinary, as previous submitter Valentina Denica said. 11. Coexistence is impossible. GE ryegrass or clover has not been used in farming systems anywhere overseas. They would inevitably spread, and with unknown effects on our ecosystems and farming systems, putting our flora and fauna and primary producers at risk. Consumers don't want it, farmers would lose market access, keep New Zealand, our GE-free advantage, and promote it. Thank you. Welcome to hear questions.
Thank you, Philippa. I really appreciate you taking the time to submit and for all of those action points and suggestions. Have a good day. Kia ora.
Thank you.
Submission. I'm ready for questions. Thank you. That's all our time. Goodbye. Well, put it this way. Sam Uffendell, the new host of the TV show The Weakest Link, Tauranga City Council edition.
Great job.
But basically, he's behaving like Anne Robinson on the Weakest Link at the moment.
I can't remember the show I'm thinking of, but you know, whether you basically get dismissed. Was it the billionaires one?
Oh,
where they basically said goodbye. Yeah.
And which apprentice do you prefer better? Donald Trump or Lord Alan Sugar?
No, none of the above.
Oh, Martha Stewart. She did an apprentice show one time.
Well, at least she can like grow things and make things and do things. Like none of the others actually do anything. Even if she pays other people to do it, she at least has a good eye. She's actually been to prison, not threatened to be to prison, so I guess that's better.
So commentary on Philippa's bill.
Oh, she was brilliant. I think she summed it up really well. I really loved it and did a much better job of summarising than me. No wonder she's a writer, because she got all of her points in really quickly, even though Sam cut her off. And she's obviously really passionate about it, which means she's actually the sort of science writer that we want to be talking about these products, because she's been studying it for 20 years. She's not going to be naive. She's not going to be tricked by vested interests. I think she was great. Yeah.
Here's a good one of what Kiwi Bird has had to say. Me, when I want the door-to-door salesman to leave my property. I think we usually do that also to the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons, I think, depending which part of the world you're in. A little bit hard for me because I actually know the local Jehovah's Witness branch and they spend money at my business. But we usually don't talk religion. We usually actually have a general catch-up.
Well, I won't be. No, I won't be. But no, I thought she was great. There are so many great things, and it seems to be like a pattern. One of the things I noticed, actually, going back to the vested interest, all of the people that are like the farmers, the writers, the anti-GMO, the scientists who are anti this are actually declaring their interest up front, so the committee knows who they are. But one of the things I noticed is like other people that have vested interest, even beef and lamb, we know that they've actually invested the farmers' levy into GMO rye and clover, even though farmers actually don't want it. They have not declared we have a vested interest because we've invested farmers' levy in it and we don't want this to lose money. And surely, like, I think even some of the people who have submitted have even been on the advisory board. I'm not sure, but it is a little bit stressful. That I think that maybe one of the reforms we could be recommending is that you should have to declare your interest.
Especially if you've been on an advisory board.
Yeah, and so like Mr. Rolliston, he's a very clever man, and I'm not saying that he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he declares himself as a farmer, but he's more of a scientist, and so he actually runs labs, and so when that's not clear to the public, they sort of think they're listening to a farmer, and that's a little bit confusing, and I don't think it's sort of fair. And you sort of, I'm not comfortable with it. Let's just.